Hey, what's going on, everybody? Here again with Travis Hitt, and we're talking about the big mistakes that real estate investors make. And I promised the crew that I would take the first one, which is that real estate investors think they know everything. And I think that no truer words can be spoken. If you think you're the smartest guy in the room, you most definitely are not the smartest guy in the room. A lot of times you don't know what you don't know as a real estate investor. If you're young, I've talked about it many times, reach out, lean in, find a mentor. If you got to message them 20 times to get a response, do it. If it's somebody that you can respect or that has that experience, go after them, man. Get their number, reach out to them, take them for coffee, buy them a steak, tell them you want to intern for them for free. Do whatever you got to do to get that knowledge, because experience is knowledge. Everything else, it's just information. You can't learn how to be a good real estate investor by reading it online. You can get some tips, you can watch some awesome videos like these, but you're not going to get the experience you need just by watching it online, reading it in a book, or even watching someone else do it. You got to do it yourself. So that's one. Real estate investors, they really think that they're the smartest guy in the room. Travis, I think you had the next one. Real estate investors, they don't listen to advice.
Yeah, they don't take advice, or they don't ask for advice. So that's one of the hardest things as a real estate professional, is when somebody hires me and brings me in to sell their properties, but they don't want my opinion or they don't take my advice. Yeah. I don't make $1 on a property.
It's so frustrating.
It is. It's very frustrating, but we obviously still want the business. But there are times where I'll say no. Yeah. But the best investor is somebody that will listen to the people that they trust and are bringing in. And I'll give you a good example. I had one investor that brought me in. He pretty much redid the whole house. It was beautiful, but he left the older shower in one of the bathrooms. And I said, you really need to rip this out. It's going to cost you around $2,000. But put it. I came back, or redo it. I came back a few hours later. He already had his guys ripping the shower out. And that was awesome to know that as soon as I said something, he did it, because my job is not to make investors spend a ton of money. My job is to make them money. Yeah. But I also know what will help them go over the edge and make that extra dollar.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listening to your realtor. Why have a realtor if you're not going to listen to anything they say? And like we've talked about also with Travis, the podcast, some of the other videos, man, make sure you can trust your realtor. If you don't feel like you can trust your realtor, fire the realtor and hire another one who you know you can trust, who you know has the experience to add the value to the transaction. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. I think the other thing that real estate investors do, they get spread too thin. I've got the contracting background and I'm a hustler. So I'm always trying to sign new deals. So new, customer service contracting deals, new real estate investing deals, and you get spread too thin. If you can't keep your eyes on the guys, they don't respect what you don't inspect. And getting spread too thin, it just wears you out, it grinds you down. How do you help real estate investors if they are getting spread too thin? How do you help them supervise their guys?
Yeah, so something I do if I have an investor that has multiple properties is once a week I'll go by and check things, because I hate to say it, if you are spread too thin, you're missing the little things that will help sell a property, and or you're missing big stuff. Break-ins happen. You're not able to keep an eye on who you're hiring or who your GC is hiring, and then you may walk in one day and your AC's gone. Happened last week to my investor. But really the biggest thing I see with spreading yourself too thin is you lose the eye for detail, because you're just trying to capture everything you have.
Absolutely.
Rather than when you have a minimal amount of properties going at one time, you can really focus on that, make the details right, dollars in the details, right?
Yep.
So you can really focus on those details, do it to the best of your ability, and move on to the next one.
Yeah, if you're a real estate investor and you're trying to scale, then there's always the temptation to go get another detail, get another deal, get another deal, get another deal. Then you miss the details. If you can slow down and you can discipline yourself and build your team so that you can have eyes on multiple projects, you're going to do way better and you're going to lose way less money, because I can personally attest, getting spread too thin, you don't have eyes on the guys, things fall through the cracks. The dollars are in the details. And like Travis says, when he walks into a property, it's those details that, whether knowingly or unknowingly, a buyer, they subliminally notice everything right off the bat. If they notice a bad detail, say it's your backsplash grout, it's cracked. They're going to start looking for every little detail everywhere else throughout the property that they wouldn't have seen if, say, the kitchen was on point and perfect. So if you're a real estate investor, listen, right? Don't think you're the smartest guy in the room, and try not to get spread too thin. And a good realtor's going to help you. Now, Travis isn't He's not your construction project manager,
Correct.
but he can help you. And if your realtor's not helping you, you need to get a new realtor. You can always reach out to me on Instagram at Jess from the Northwest, or you can email me live@autographconstruction.com. Travis, where can they get you at?
They can reach me at travis.hit@gmail.com or on my Instagram at TravisHitRealtor.
Thanks, guys.